Welcome to the Defense and Aerospace Report. I'm Vago Muradian here at the Navy League's annual Sea-Air-Space Conference and Trade Show at National Harbor in Maryland, right outside Washington, D.C. And we have with us Ian Slagle, who is the product lead for
Visual Build Management.
For Visual Build Management at Newport News Shipbuilding, which is part of Huntington Ingalls Industries. Ian, tell us why this program is so important to the company and what you guys are trying to achieve through it.
So for the past couple of years, we've been trying to really use technology and innovation to drive process reimagination and ultimately get our workforce in a position where they can use our products and tools to drive down cost and schedule across the company.
Has it already been showing measurable results? Like what sort of percentage gains do you see because you guys have adopted this approach?
I don't know that we have a big enough sample size to really go after what those measurable gains are, but definitely wherever we've been using it, the feedback we're getting from the deck plate is that it's really helping to make their day-to-day life a lot easier and ultimately make their job in delivering these products a lot better.
One of the things that I think people don't realize is the extreme precision that goes into shipbuilding in general and naval shipbuilding in particular, because even though they're gigantic, very, very heavy objects, they're also incredibly delicate and incredibly technologically complicated, even if you're looking at the steel cutting part of it or the pipe fitting part of it or the electrical part of it. Tell us how this system exactly, even if you want to turn around and give us kind of a peek on what it is we're looking at here, what are some of the things that this system allows you to do differently than how you were doing it before?
One of the great things that we can do with visual work instruction and these other digital tools is access a wealth of information that typically a craftsman would have to go to multiple drawings, to tech manuals, to other procedures to try to go get that. Today he's got everything at his fingertips. He can pull up information from wherever he is at the yard, and he can get real intuitive, useful data in split second.
As opposed to then going and bothering his coworkers or something like that. Even somebody more junior has access to a lot more information at the tip of their finger, on their fingertips.
Absolutely. Things that we're seeing more than ever before is with these tools, the speed to proficiency is really getting cut down. You no longer have to have 20, 30 years of shipbuilding or 40 years of being a master shipbuilder to be some of the best in the world. Some of our younger craftsmen are coming up to speed a lot more efficiently with these tools. They've got all of the information they need. They can now combine that with the skill that they've learned in their craft to really get to work and get these ships out in a cost-effective and timely manner.
I think this might go without saying, but this is also one of the things you guys have one of the most competitive and one of the most successful sort of in-house training programs that you have. I mean, the saying was that you're even more selective than Harvard in many respects for folks to get into that program. If you look at the percentages of the number of people who are applying for it, but is this among those skill sets that you guys are teaching in order to be able to use these digital tool sets on the job every day? So
the skill of welding and fitting, the things that we do, we're still going to rely on that. That's a major part of our business. What we're doing now is changing the way people access information. So rather than teaching people how to use a drawing or how to read a drawing, we're handing them a tablet and making the ability to go find that information a lot easier.
And also about, when you look at production, if you look at commercial aircraft production or a number of other industrial processes, the whole parts management and supplier management part of it becomes very important. I know that that's something that you guys have prided yourself on. But how is that revolution affecting how you guys sort of do tool sets, work sets that you're giving to the individual workers to try to reduce, transit time, waiting, checking things out? How are you guys doing the sort of prepackaged work sets maybe the day before or the shift before to get ready for the coming shift?
Yeah. So digital shipbuilding really does affect the entire value stream. We're working with our suppliers to figure out how they can use visual work instructions. With our visual build management tool, we're looking at exactly what steps we're going to be doing in what sequence so that we can better understand where material needs to be ahead of time, what special tools we need, where people need to be, and all that. So we have it staged up ahead of time so that everybody's ready to go. If things go late, we know how to recover very quickly to get back on track.
Ian, thanks very, very much, and awesome bow tie.
Thank you.